Well, I think I was like underestimated twice. First, being the child of accomplished parents, there was an expectation that on one hand, some people thought I was like a savant because I was their child, but most people thought they would be, that I would phone it in, that I would lack sort of the thought process, the ambition, the preparedness. So I always worked like twice as hard as everyone else to sort of prove my worth and prove my ability to be in these rooms where truthfully, oftentimes I was in them before I was prepared to be in them. So that was, on my mind. But I think being underestimated is not a bad thing. I think it's like a very powerful thing, actually. And it almost always worked to the detriment of the person who underestimated me. So I think if you're somebody who's prepared and somebody underestimates you, well, guess what? They're not. So when you're dealing with people who are extremely accomplished, like do the work, like know what you're doing, because probably they haven't done the work when they know they're dealing with you. And I think as a young woman in real estate, especially, there were women in sales and there were women in marketing, but there were very few women in development and construction and finance and acquisitions. And I think I harnessed both the belief, some of it may be stemming from my own insecurity, but the belief that the people would underestimate me, I harnessed that like sort of fear, that sentiment, and I used it to sort of propel me. And I used it to give me motivation and drive. And then I also would use it against the people who underestimated me just because I was always prepared. I was over-prepared. I always did the work.